As I always say, light is your #1 security tool. You use light for security more than any other tool. And of course that includes the firearm. Having a small, very portable light means that you're going to have that light available, whereas you may not have something a little larger on hand. Something you can keep with you. And so what we're going to do is look at the top keychain flashlights. There's a lot of different price ranges, a lot of different advantages with each of these, a lot of features. And so we're going to take a look at each one very briefly, just talk about some of the things about it. But these are my top picks. Now I got all of these lights from goinggear.com. There are a lot of other lights that go along with this, and you can check out the Going Gear website. But these are the top 7 that I really like. So we're going to start out with the most reasonably priced, and the Pico is it. This is less than 1 ounce. It's 1.5 inches in length. It's less than a 1/2 inch in diameter. It does have a little carabiner, and it's made of aluminum. It does have a little twist right here that you turn it on and off with a nice knurling. It's 10 lumens. It'll go for 15 hours. So, you know, it's something that you can just put on a zipper. You can put it, of course, on your keychain. You can put it in a number of different places to have available light in just a second. Now, it is rated IPX4, which means that it's weather resistant and water resistant, but it's not necessarily waterproof. You'll have to really get it wet for it to have any effect on it. There's 6 different colors, and the batteries, and we're going to take a look at the batteries of each one. You just pop off the top. It has a little pack of batteries. These are RL41-3. Going Gear actually carries these little packs that you can replace fairly inexpensively, but it does go for 15 hours of continual use. And guys, I'm telling you, if you're using something like this, that's a lot of time. So just twist it on, and of course leaving it off is just turning it a 1/4 turn, and then bring it back. And you know, even at 10 lumens, that gives you plenty of light for most of your task around the house. It does come in 6 different colors, and the price is $9.99. It's a reasonable light, yet it has really good quality. And guys, there's a lot of really cheap lights out there. You can get them for $1. But finding something that has some quality to it, especially when you need it, is just good peace of mind. Next we have the Nightcore tube, and this is a plastic body. It has a small little latch here, and it comes with 2 different split rings. You've got a large and you've got a small to be able to attach it however you want to. It has a push button right here, and here we've got it turned on. This is 1 lumen. If you turn it on and turn it back on, it goes up to 45 lumens. So quite a bit of difference between the 2 lights, and you have the 2 features of 1 lumen, which will go for 48 hours. And then of course we can do it twice, and then we have a 1 hour turbo setting. If you want to go straight to turbo, just hold it and it'll go straight to turbo momentary, and that way you can go through your process. But a really cool little light. But what's really neat about this light is that you recharge it with a USB cable. There's a small rubber cover right here on the end, and you can just charge it directly with your USB cable. And once you insert the cable, it has a blue to let you know that it is charging. It weighs 1/2 ounce. It's 2 1/8 inch in length. It's 0.75 inches or 3/4 inches in width. It comes in 5 different colors. It is IP65, which just means that it is somewhat water resistant and dust resistant. It costs $9.95, same as the Pico. You get a few extra features, but you get aluminum with the Pico. You get this plastic with the tube. And this is the Nightcore tube. Next we have the Olight i3E EOS. This is a light that I have a lot of experience with. I really am a big fan of Olight. And it's an aluminum body. It comes in a number of different colors. I believe there's 6 different colors. And it's a really nice quality light. Of course, the split ring's already on it. Again, it is one of the twist types. Turn it on. You get 90 lumens, so it's quite a bit more lumen light, and it's much easier to use as far as that light. It is for 45 minutes, which gives you a lot of run time. One of the things a lot of people though are going to like is that it uses a standard AAA battery. You can use the rechargeable AAAs, and the battery actually comes with it. So this is a really cool light in itself, and there are a lot of different options to get with this light. It's 1 ounce, it's 2 1/4 inches in length, it's 3/8 inch in diameter, and it is IPX8, which means that it is waterproof. This is submersible underwater and up to like a meter of water, so these are really exceptional lights, a lot like their big brothers. And the Olight i3E EOS is $11.99 on the Going Gear website. Next we have the Nightcore Tip. This is a 360 lumen flashlight, but there are a number of different modes with this light. Right here the button actually turns it on, and then as the button up front goes through the modes. The 1 lumen will go for 48 hours, and then we have the 35 lumen, which is 6.5 hours, and the 150 lumen is 1.5 hours, and then the 360 lumen for 30 minutes. But it is a really nice aluminum body. Of course, you have the 2 points, you have your light coming out, your LED, nice point here to be able to attach different things, and it does come, of course, with split rings to be able to attach it. This is a very well made light, of course, with the aluminum body, and it is USB rechargeable. It is IP54, which means that it is water resistant, dust resistant, but it's not necessarily waterproof. And the Nightcore Tip runs $29.99 on the Going Gear website. Next we have the Nightcore SGN3. This is my favorite actually out of the whole bunch, even though we have 2 more to go, because of all the cool features, and I just like the way this thing is so compact. It has a really nice quality feel to it. It is an anodized aluminum. And it has, of course, your touch button here. But one of the things about this light that I really like more than the others, of course, to turn it on, just hit the button and you get an instant light, and that's white light. You hold it, click it again, you get the 5 lumens. We were just at 50, and now we go up to 160 lumens. Now, one other feature is to hold on to the light, and whoop, we see red. And it has red, hold down again, it goes to UV. So we have a UV light, hold down again, and then it goes to the white light. So there are 3 different light modes, plus there are 3 different white light settings. So there's a number of different features with this light that aren't seen on the others. Also, you have your USB port right here. It makes it really easy to charge this light. And I love that because you don't have to worry about replacing the batteries. Typically though, these will run for a good while. In fact, the 160 lumen will run for 1 hour, and then the 50 lumen will run for 3 hours, and then the 5 lumen will run for 13 hours. One feature too is that when it is on red, you just click it again and you have strobe in the red. Red is the only strobe setting that we have. But a really cool light. One thing that it does come with is a small little lanyard that fits onto the light. But a really cool light. This is, again, my favorite from Mech Army. Now, the Mech Army SGN3 runs $42.95 on the Going Gear website, and it's, again, a little bit more expensive, but to me, it is a really cool little light. This is IPX8 rated, so this is fully submersible. Next, we have the Mech Army Illuminex 1, and there are a number of different styles this comes in. This is the polished titanium, but it does come in an anodized aluminum and stainless steel and some other titanium finishes. In fact, there's a number of different finishes for this little light. You can see it's a really very small package. It does come with the split rings as well. This is 130 lumens, but when you first turn it, it goes to your 8 lumens. So we have 8 lumens, turn it again, and we go up to the 130 lumens. Nice bright light, very small package, and then to turn it off, of course, just bring it down. It disconnects from the battery. The great thing about this light is it is USB compatible, and all you have to do is just turn the head switch or the cap off, and then right here is your USB port. And we're going to hook it in. You can see that we have red here, and this will turn green when it's fully charged. So we're getting some charge right here. It will quick charge in 1 hour. One thing to note when you first get this light is right here at the back to unscrew it. And then we have our lithium ion battery pack right here. But in the bottom, there's a small little black cap. and so it won't turn on until you remove that cap. It will charge, but it won't turn on. And believe me, I sit there for a while trying to figure it out. But once you get that done, then you're able to make connection, and then you can use the light. With the 130 lumens, it'll go for 30 minutes, and for the 30 lumens, it'll go for 6 hours. These do come with a small little neck chain and also a split ring. The Mech Army Illuminex 1 is a little more pricey. It's $47.99 on the Going Gear website. It is titanium, and it does have a lot of features. These are a little bit more pricey. Of course, it is in titanium, and they're $49.95. They are IPX8, so these are fully submersible and waterproof. Now we have the most unusual light of the whole bunch, and this is the Mech Army BL47. This is shaped, of course, as a bullet. It is brass and copper, and I don't really know what caliber this would be. It's pretty large. It's like an extended 45 ACP. We turn it once for 8 lumens. We turn it twice for the 130 lumens. Very much like the Illuminex 1. Then we just turn it off by turning that tail cap. And it is the tail cap that you turn. To me, this makes an excellent, run a lanyard through here and put it on a necklace, or again, you can put it on a number of different things. Just don't put this in your magazine. This is also USB chargeable, rechargeable, and all you have to do is to take off the back, and then right here is your port. And same thing, it'll be red when it needs to be charged, it's green when it doesn't. Again, right here you can turn this, and it's actually counter threaded, left hand thread. You can unscrew this and take that little black cap out before you go to use it, because it won't make connection. But a very fine little piece, very well done. These are very popular, of course, mainly because it looks like a bullet. But you can see 130 lumens, that is really bright. And 30 minutes on the 130, and then again 6 hours on the 8 lumens, and then turn it off. These come with a small little chain, but it also comes with a split ring. These run $49.95 on the Going Gear website. They are IPX8, so these are fully submersible. Now here we have them all lined up with the light, 10 lumens on the Pico, and then 45 lumens on the Nightcore tube. The Olight i3 EOS is 90 lumens. We have 360 lumens on the Nightcore Tip, which you can see that it's brighter. On the Mech Army SGN3, we have 160 lumens, and then 130 on the Mech Army Illuminex 1, and 130 on the Mech Army BL47. These are my top picks, and I think these are just really good high quality lights. And of course, a lot of the cool features to me by using your USB charging ports with all of these, and then just a battery pack. This kind of like watch batteries for the Pico, and then we have the AAA with the Olight. So a lot of different options to go with, and pretty much suit whatever you're looking for. Now, as far as a rundown of my favorite picks out of this bunch, the Mech Army SGN3 is my favorite. There's a lot of different features with it, and I really like the way it's built. Of course, next would come the Nightcore Tip. This is an exceptional light, 360 lumens, so you have a lot of capability. So these two are actually very close, just a little bit different features with each one. Next would be, of course, the Mech Army, whether it's the BL47 or the Illuminex 1. These have a good high lumen output and very easy, and of course USB rechargeable. i3E EOS is one of the lights though that I use probably more than any, because it's just simple. You just turn the head, it's ready to go, plus it uses AAA batteries, which is really nice. And then we have the Nightcore tube. Nice output, and of course it has the USB, and if you're looking for a lot of features for less money, this is a great option, because again, it only runs $9.95. The Pico is just tiny, and because of that, that could be a favorite. It's $9.95. Very simple, easy to use, very similar to the Olight. So guys, that wraps it up, and I really thank Marshall from Going Gear for sending these for the evaluation. We just wanted to kind of look at some really top micro flashlights for you to be able to use for your EDC. And at Going Gear, you get a 10% discount using SOOT00 SOOTCH, and you can get any of these lights with 10% off, and orders over $49 are free shipping in the continental US. Marshall did furnish the lights, but he's not paying me to do this, and whether you buy a light or not, I'm not getting anything for it. But These are just excellent lights, and I wanted to bring these to you just to show you what's out there. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. There's a small rubber cover. There's a small rubber cover. Takes a little bit of doing to get it off. There's a small little rubber cover. The 35 lumen will go for 6.5 hours. Well, but this is a well-made knife with a lot of but this is a well-made, and then it just cycles through. So red is the only turbo setting, or the only, and the tube has quite a few features. Okay, that's the tip for a lot of, but if you're looking for a lot of features, go Olight. Now we have probably the most unusual light of the bunch. This is not a, I don't know what this is.